Today I'm in the wood yard. It's a saw day. We're cutting wood. Here we go. Show you what we're gonna do. So this pile right here needs to be cut up. This is all the tree service stuff we got from my nephew. They cut down a big tree. It was a big soft maple. And then we got some stuff over there. It's all odd size that needs to be cut up. Then I got this mess of oak here that we got to split. And then we got this tree service stuff over here. So I don't know how much I'm gonna get through, but I think for sure I can get this cut up and maybe that cut up, and that is the plan. But before we start, I got some stuff to show you. You're gonna like this. So I just put a new chain on my 562 Husqvarna, and I just sharpened the 572, two of my favorite saws. I call my 562 the old man saw because I'm almost 100, so that's becoming a saw that I like a lot. I like to start with my 592, but this is smaller wood. I really don't need that big of a saw. So we're gonna start with the 572, and then I'll use the 562 after that. And then we'll see how I feel. Maybe I'll do, I'm looking at the piles here. I'm thinking it's gonna be a 3-tank. It's gonna be a 3-tank cut, probably a tank and a half there, and maybe a tank here, 3 tanks or so. So that's what's gonna happen now. I got some stuff to talk about before we start. Safety, this is safety stuff. This is my old pair of chaps. As you can see, they've been around a while. Now, these cuts, this one right here, that was from a chainsaw. And this cut right here, this was from a chainsaw. I hit my leg twice while I had the chaps on. Years ago, probably, well, it was before I started doing videos, I think, these are the chaps I wore all the time. I had a different pair. They wore out, I threw those away, and then I had this pair. These wore out. And then my dad had a brand new pair, the basic ones here. And I've worn these quite a bit. You can see they got a lot of oil on them. These are just the basic Husqvarna chaps. And I never hit my leg with these. These have been good. They're still good, so got those. But these I would never wear again because some of the safety stuff has been pulled out, as you can see. But I just keep them just to show people that safety matters. I have been lucky enough that in my channel, people are giving me stuff to use because they realize that you guys are here to watch me do stupid stuff, and my brother Ken. And the Clogger and Obsession, who has climbing gear and arborist gear, got a hold of me and said, hey, would you be interested in doing some videos with the Clogger brand? For those of you that don't know what Clogger brand is, it's chainsaw pants, arborist gear, pants for cutting. And I'll show you my other chaps. So this is my box that I keep my safety gear in here. This is my other pair of chaps. These are full wrap, and these are the ones that I bought probably a little over a year ago. They're Husqvarna ones. I like them a lot. They're full wrap, meaning they go around your ankle, around the back of your leg. So they got quite a bit of extra material. They're nice, but the problem with these is that on hot days, these are hot. If I wear a pair of jeans, for example, with some long underwear, and then I put these over the top, plenty warm in the wintertime, which is when I do a lot of cutting. So these are awesome. I like them, and you should definitely wear them. Now, if you're one of those kind of people, and I'm gonna say guys, because it's generally the guys, that you're too cool or too tough to be safe, I'm sorry if this hurts or offends you, but you're stupid, period. You're just stupid. If you don't wear ear protection, eye protection, face protection with a shield, a helmet, cutting gloves, chaps, steel toe boots for cutting. If you're a guy that cuts with wearing a pair of Crocs and wearing shorts, no gloves, no helmet, no ear protection, no eye protection, you should get hurt. You deserve to hurt yourself because it's just stupid. This stuff exists to keep you safe so that you can keep cutting, so you don't end up spending lots of money, thousands of dollars at a doctor's office getting stitches, or worse yet, being in the hospital. Stuff happens. I know of lots of guys that have cut their legs with chainsaws. I personally know 3 of them, and I've talked to them about it. Wear your safety gear. So here's what I'm gonna show you today. So these are just fine, I like them, but they are a little warm. So our Obsession got a hold of the Clogger company, these are chainsaw pants, and said to them, hey, would you guys be interested in one of our guys doing some videos for you guys for advertising? They said, absolutely. So they sent a bunch of pairs. Now I was told that I was gonna get a pair. Well, when I get there, they said, we'll try them all on. So I tried on some mediums, and they fit fine, but they were just a little snug in that if I ever wanted to wear like some long underwear underneath them in the wintertime, they would have been a little tight. And I like a little looser fit so I can move better. So these are the larges. Clogger is a brand out of New Zealand, and they make professional logging arborist gear. And I'll show you what we got here now. I tried the 3 different pairs on, and what I've got here is there's a pair of Zeros, there's a pair of Defender Pros, and a pair of Clogger denims. Now the denims I've already worn. I just put them back in the box here so you guys could see them. The denims are like the pair of pants that you'll see that Adam has on here occasionally. It's actually denim pants, but they're chainsaw pants, Clogger brand. So the front has the cut protection, and the back is a little bit lighter. All it is just regular denim. I don't know if you guys can see the inside here, and then the inside of the front. It's got the anti-cut stuff. And these are extremely durable pants. Adam's been wearing his for well over a year now, and they're like new yet. They got pockets with zippers so you can close and you can keep out the sawdust. I've worn these a couple times and I like them. The only drawback with these is they are a little warm. So if you're cutting in the, say, early spring or middle of winter or in the fall, these are fine. Beyond that, they're a little too warm. So I won't be wearing these today. I've worn them in the past. Then there's the Defender Pros, which is this box right here. And these I have worn a couple times now too. So these are the Pros. These also are a little bit heavier. Now, the inside has got, I'll show you the inside here. This is the back material, very, very light, but the front has got your cut protection. It also has pockets. It's got an elastic band, and there's plenty of belt loops. What's nice about these chainsaw pants that the chaps don't have is they are vented. This is venting. You can see my hand right through there, all the way down here. So as you move, you can feel it. And it's actually kind of cold on the back of your legs. On a cold morning, you put these on, you can feel it. But once it warms up, you're going to be glad you have these here. And again, the pockets have zippers so you can close them off and you can keep all the sawdust out. But these are the Defender Pros. And I've worn these and I like them a lot. However, again, on a warm day, they're a little warm. So this again too is probably a pair that you're going to want to wear more in the winter, probably like, you know, late fall, early spring. So that's the Defenders. And the ones I'm going to be wearing today is this pair right here. And these are the Zeros, Zero Ultras. And these are new and improved and all that kind of stuff. So what these are a little bit lighter. They got more ventilation in the back, and they've got a different type of material on the knees here. They've got an elastic, they've got a Velcro strap on the bottom so you can tighten these up around your ankles so they're not riding up on you at all. Especially if you're a climber, if you're someone that moves around a lot, you want to have them secure. Now, I've never even tried these on. They also have loops so that you can put on suspenders, or braces as some people call them. Some people have to wear belts and braces, which means you probably need to just do more push-aways from the table. They've got a button zipper in the front. They're very light in the back. You'll notice, I noticed when I had these on, I tried them on and I tried, and the other ones obviously, the back is very light. So you're gonna feel a little draft. It's almost like you got a hospital gown on. You got that little draft in the back. And that's what you want, so you can keep breathing. But your front is protected. So very, very nice. And these Zero Ultras, the back of the leg, right down to where your knee would be, this is where their knee is, the back has full wrap, which means you got cut protection all the way around the back. So it's the back of your calf also. So this is where your knee would be in the back here. So very nice. This is what we're going to be wearing today. And other than trying them on, I haven't worn them to cut it all. So we're going to be using these today. So I'm big on the safety. Now, I grew up never using safety stuff at all. Never wore ear protection, never wore eye protection, never did anything. Gloves or anything. I was always told, by my dad, just toughen up, you'll be okay. Well, now that he's older and he's almost totally deaf, he can't hear, now he wears ear protection. And now that he's older and is getting weaker, he wears chaps because he knows he's not as spry as he once was. And now that he's older and he doesn't work hard every day, his hands got softer, so now he wears gloves. So, and now he also has a helmet, and he's got the screen that drops down because he realizes that, hey, stuff hits you in the face. He's only 86 or 7, whatever he is, so he finally came around and saw the light. I came around when I started doing videos, and I thought, you know, if I'm going to be on camera, I got to make sure that I'm safe, because I got to set a good example. So if there's channels out there, guys that are showing you how to do all this fancy schmancy cutting because they're professional loggers or whatever, but they don't have any protective gear on, they've been hurt, they've been cut, and if they haven't, it's just a matter of time. It will happen. I'm already 50% deaf in my left ear, and it's because of running chainsaws, running splitters, running lawnmowers, trimmers, all the machinery that makes you go deaf. Plus, I hunt a lot, so there's the shooting that has happened. My right ear, I'm probably 20% deaf in, so I like to protect what I've got, because I say huh a lot, and my kids say that I don't hear anything. I think it's just from being married 40 years, it's selective hearing. That's just what I think, but that's another story. Okay, so we're gonna get suited up, we're gonna do some cutting. Well, I put my new pants on. Ooh, I feel pretty. Oh, it's so pretty. These are nice. I did tighten up the Velcro on the bottom around my cutting boots here. I have the Hikes boots on, which I really like for cutting. They're really nice and stable, awesome ankle support, excellent cut protection. So it's not just your toe, it's all the way around on your foot, so safety. These are nice. I can feel the ventilation. It's in the crotch here, there's ventilation, so you can keep the guys cool, and you can feel the ventilation in the back. So these are very, very comfortable, more comfortable than my jeans. It's got an elastic band, and then I've obviously got a belt. The pockets zip down, and you got nice little tabs here so you can grab them. So you could easily keep a scrunch. You got another pocket down here. Oh, yeah, there's another pocket right here. Oh, yeah, that's a deep one too. Awesome. And there's one on this side right here. And how big is this one? Yeah, that one's a little smaller. So obviously you could put a scrunch or a wedge right here. So yeah, and there's a pocket in the back. In the back pocket, there's no zipper, it's just a flap. So that you could put a wedge in or something too. So I got them on, I feel very comfortable. We're gonna do some cutting now. For those of you that wanna know about the Clogger brand, they're available a lot of places. These I got from Arb Session. It's in Green Bay. I put the number and the information on the screen for you guys to see. Really nice guys. Danny is the guy there that I deal with. He's kind of like their sales guy. He knows everything there is to know about everything when it comes to arborist gear and the safety stuff. I also we bought our Protus helmets from them and the comms, which is, I absolutely love this helmet. And some guys I know are going to be saying, well, yeah, but you know, you're the YouTube guy. You got money and you get this stuff given to you. No, I buy most of it. Pants were given to me, but the helmet I bought. When it comes to safety, the average cut from a chainsaw is 110 stitches. That's the average. So if you're okay with 110 stitches, it's going to cost you thousands of dollars. Go ahead, wear your shorts or jeans and your Crocs when you're cutting. But if you value your body parts, you probably want to be safe. There's a reason why when you get life insurance, they ask you if you work in the timber industry, or the fishing industry, or the steel structure industry. 3 most dangerous jobs there are. Firefighting and police are way down in the teens. Anything to do with trees and height and danger is very expensive for life insurance. So there are all kinds of things you can do to stay safe, so you can keep working and not be out of work. I know one guy in particular, you guys probably know Jason. He was off work for months because he cut his leg, got infection in it. Months he was out of work. So you don't want to have that happen. You want to be able to keep cutting and stay healthy. And a lot of the guys that watch the channel, a lot of the guys that cut firewood aren't exactly spring chickens anymore. So if you get hurt, it's a big deal. And if you're a young guy cutting and you get hurt, it's a big deal because you're not supplying an income for your family if you're doing it for a living, or even if you're doing it for extra income. So stay safe. All right, let's do some cutting. Just a little faster than a file, and the tips were rounded and it was jagged edges across the whole top plate. That was dull, and that's how fast it goes. So back to work. There it is. That was a tank and a half. I got everything that was here done, and you could see when I was cutting there, I hit the ground with the 572 halfway through, And then I switched to the 562. You can see the chain is super loose. It's a brand new chain. I just put it on, but then I hit the ground a couple times. You can see the tips are gone, and the top plate is kind of actually, yeah, I don't think I could cut myself if I tried with this. It needs sharpening, so I'm going to do that right now, and then we're going to start it on that pile. Now, I did just hear some booming off that direction, long ways away. I just barely hear it, but it's coming. Might have an hour, so we're going to hit that pile next as soon as I got this one done. So that soft maple cuts like butter. Like butter. What do you think, Bob? What do you think? Huh? What do you think, fella? Or girl, I should say. Well, there it is. Today's carnage is complete. I just heard some more thunder. It's getting close. And pants are awesome. Nice and cool. Vented in the crotch, vented in the back. The knees and the shins are the only warm spot, really. But as you move around it, you can feel the ventilation working. It's only about, I don't know, 65 degrees today. And there's no sun out, so they're pretty nice in this kind of conditions. I would imagine if it gets to be, you know, 85, 90, it might be different. I ran just a little over 2 tanks. One saw the whole tank, and the other saw I did probably 3/4 of a tank, but then I refilled and resharpened this one. And all the small stuff is cut. I'll show you what we got done. So I got all this cut up here, that cut up there, and there was some stuff that was already cut. I just threw out of there, kind of in the trash here. It'd be nice to get this all cleaned up because it is a mess. And then this whole pile, I got all this stuff cut up, which was the tree service stuff. So that's a trailer load full. So all together, I probably cut 2 full cords. I don't know. I usually cut about a full cord per tank. I get asked that a lot. You know, how much do your saws cut? The 592, I think I get the most out of because it cuts so fast, but it does drink more, but it has a bigger tank. So there's that. 572, about a cord a tank. 562, a little less, I think, than a quart a tank because it doesn't cut as fast. And I got to push it a little harder. It seems like, I wish the 562, seems like that's what happens anyway. That'd be my guess. And so we got that done. You can see how dark it is over there behind the truck, and it's coming this way. So that is it for today, folks. I'll see you tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. I'll be here. You should be here. Good night, Irene.